Welcome back, everybody. It's your man Oskino the Don. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, run those likes up for me as it helps grow the channel, and please leave a comment below. So I'd like to hear what you guys have to think, what your perspectives is, and yeah, let's get right into it. Now, I already know a platform that is ran by a certain group of people. And all I'm doing is reporting on news stories. And news stories and the truth can sometimes be two different things, right? Now, I always like to use certain statements like that to preface what I'm really about to get into. And that is the story that happened in New York City where law enforcement officers found an underground tunnel that was built by people of the Jewish community. Now, before I even get deep into the story, I already know people are going to throw out words like anti-Semitism and things of that nature. Well, reporting on the news and reporting on things that are happening isn't anti anything. Matter of fact, if I don't report on it, that means I'm anti-truth. And that is something that I will never be. So I don't care about what platforms are out there that try to silence my voice. If any other news station or article or vlogger out there is allowed to talk about current events and things that go on, then how's it anti any people? And I like that they use that word because if you look up Semitism or Semitic, however you want to put it, it's only used when it's to defend a certain people of a certain religious background. However, in the definition, it also includes Muslims and people of Arabic background. So before you get in your feelings and say I'm attacking anybody, I'll cover stories that happen in all cultures. But with the state of the world going on right now, what's happening over in Palestine with the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, Israel, there were reports coming out when this conflict really escalated back in October that the HAMAS people, or a group of people, were building underground tunnels to try to attack people. And the mainstream media took that and ran with it and said whatever they wanted to, and they don't get fact checked and they don't get accused of being anti Semitic when they're spreading false information about people of Muslim background, or should I say Islamic background. Forgive me if I'm describing it incorrectly, but you get the point. So I'll say all that to say is a few days ago in New York City, I believe it's in the borough of Brooklyn. I will correct myself if I'm incorrect when I bring up the article that I'm going to reference to get the actual factual statements out about what happened and why there was an underground tunnel built near a synagogue. Apparently, this happened during COVID. But what doesn't surprise me, of course, is the lack of coverage and the outcry in the news. Because you and I both know, whether you want to admit it or not, that if this came from people of a Muslim background, oh, all types of theories and conspiracies would have been thrown out. They would have been talking about, oh, are they planning to do some type of terror attack and things of that? All of those theories would have been thrown out there because of the mainstream media has a certain narrative for every single religion and race of people. But when it comes to one particular group of people, you can't say anything about them if it doesn't paint them in a favorable light, even if it is the truth. So let's get into this article that I'm gonna bring up because, in my honest opinion, in my own perspective, let's keep the same energy for everybody. If you're gonna paint one people a certain way, and use the same brush for everybody, no matter race, religion, what have you. But when you don't, that's when you create the division, and that's when the masses can't get along. There's a certain set of people that don't get held to the same standards. So the problem ain't me reporting. The problem is the media lack of coverage and protection of a certain group of people. So we are on the apnews.com website, and the title of this article is Fact Focus. Discovery of a tunnel at a Shabbat synagogue spurs false claims and conspiracy theories, right? But as I said before, if this were Muslim or black or anybody, even white Americans, right? Because the white Americans that dug this tunnel, they probably would have had the conspiracy that, oh, they're planning a mass shooting or what have you, another January 6th, right? But since it's these particular people, look at the type of protection that they get. Mind you, there was a bloody mattress found down there. Why is there blood on a mattress down there? Hmm. Now, we know that the Epstein list had just begun to be released. And we know people like Harvey Weinstein are of a certain religion background. So I'm not painting a whole religion as a certain way, but what's going on in these tunnels? Hmm? I'm just saying, I have the right to ask the question. I have the right to give an opinion. My opinion doesn't make anything factual, but I just want to show the discrepancies of how things are covered with the mainstream media and how the stories are controlled and the narratives are spinned a certain way when it's a certain group of people. And quite frankly, I don't care who is being favored. Nobody should be favored. Let's be honest and keep it truthful. But they don't care about that, and that's why they're getting exposed in 2024. So what I'm about to show y'all is a video of the interaction with the law enforcement officers and the people that were down there. Now, mind you, have y'all ever seen police get attacked like this and they don't draw their weapons when it comes to people of melanin that have, a certain level of melanin? I'm just saying. And I'm also saying, don't get me wrong, people of all colors get patient. Some asses should have been beat. And I ain't talking about the police. Police should have laid hands on all of them, but they're protected. And some of these people can go back to their country and not face legal troubles. See how protected they are? But anyway, let's get into the video. So, synagogue tunnel brawl in New York leads to arrests. See, so you see police and some Jewish people fighting. Now, I got this on mute, so I can't hear what this man is saying. So hopefully they show more of the brawl. All right, so look, this is the underground tunnel that led to the quote unquote synagogue, right? Now, this apparently happened during COVID, and we were not on complete lockdown. And they don't they don't really know their own whole society, right? So this is just a scene. I thought it was going to show the video of them actually attacking officers, right? And there was only 9 arrests. Look how many people are down there that were aware of this, that it should have been reported. You got the do not cross crime. What's the crime? I mean, usually when there's a yellow tape crime scene, that means somebody got hurt or something happened. Some bodily harm had happened. Because other than them digging an underground tunnel, which would be illegal, right? Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But since when do they put up yellow tape where there's no bodies? Now, I'm thinking there's a lot being covered up. I could be wrong. This is just my speculation. But what's up with the lack of coverage? So, this article is written by Melissa Golden. News of a brawl between police and worshippers on Monday over a secret underground tunnel found connected to a historic Brooklyn synagogue was picked up quickly on social media, with posts spreading baseless claims about the passage, many laced with anti. Now, what is anti-Semitism? See, like this article is already showing protection. So, if this tunnel was built by Muslims, would it be anti-Semitism? Because Semitic people also are Muslim in a Islamic background. I don't ever hear the word anti-Semitism used for Muslims when people are talking bad about them and spreading false rumors, just like this uh, conflict that's going on with Palestine and Israel. You never hear the term anti-Semitism used for the Palestinian people. I wonder why. But let's continue with the article. So the conflict at the Shabbat Lubavitch World Headquarters in New York City, which serves as the center of an influential Hasidic Jewish movement, began when a cement truck arrived to seal the tunnel's opening, as they should. Proponents of the tunnel then staged a protest and ripped off the wooden siding of the synagogue. Police called to the scene ultimately arrested 9 people. Those supporting the tunnel said they were carrying out an expansion plan long envisioned by the former head of the movement, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson. But that hasn't stopped the proliferation of social media posts falsely suggesting the past illicit activities such as child sex trafficking. Well, that is definitely rampant, and not just in this country, but worldwide. And and they are allowed to escape judicial processing when accused and found guilty of sexual assault. So let's not act like these people from this particular religion are devoid of doing something like that when it's all over, no matter the race or religion. So that's not anti-Semitism. That's normal skepticism, especially when you find a mattress down there with blood on it. To me, that's a logical thought process. It has nothing to do with not liking a certain group of people. So let's cut out the nonsense, please. Says this entire episode is immensely painful for us, the Jewish community at large, and all decent people. Okay, funny. Can let me just look up real quick. Jeffrey Epstein religion. What is his religion? Oh, damn. Well, would you look at that? One of the men, or men, I should say, pardon my grammar right there. One of the men who's known and accused of having a whole sex trafficking ring, a major one too, with a lot of money and a lot of influence, happened to be Jewish. Hmm. So if I say that about Jeffrey Epstein, which is facts, does that make me on some anti-Semitism stuff? Or is that just telling the truth? Now, why are you building a tunnel to get to your synagogue when during COVID, yes, a lot of things were closed and you couldn't participate in large groups, but not everybody was following that. And when it comes to the laws and the rules, we know that the Jewish community doesn't always have to abide by it because they have their own police and things of that nature. They don't, and for the most part, to my knowledge, if I'm incorrect, feel free to correct me because I don't know everything, but based on what I've been told, they don't get vaccinated. They don't believe in that. So, what are we talking about? Is that anti Semitism too? Come on, people. I'm just saying. And that's a well known public figure, Jeffrey Epstein. And what is he mostly known for? sex trafficking, and he's Jewish. So does that make me anti-Semitism because I'm talking about it? If this was any other race, I'd be saying the same exact thing because it happens in every single race. That doesn't make the entire race a certain way. So stop it with the nonsense. I'm just saying, where's all the outrage? And there was a lot more than 9 people that knew about that. They're going to get arrested. And I want to know the names of the people that got arrested for this connection to this underground tunnel being built to allegedly lead to their synagogue of worship. Can we get that mattress tested for blood? Can we look for any human remains that could be down there? I'm just saying, what is blood doing on a mattress? Hmm? People don't just bleed. That's been some type of physical altercation. I'm just saying. That's why it was a crime scene. I don't ever see no crime scene when somebody breaks a window and nothing was taken. It's just reported. They don't investigate it. So it's like, now the destruction of property, yeah, that may be a different thing. So like I said, I may be incorrect on that premise. But police line do not cross. Blood on a mattress. People talking about hearing noises in apartments. There's some tweets out there going around. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on this topic because I just feel like it's not getting enough coverage. And as an independent truth seeker, it is my job and my duty to find out what's really going on because I actually care. I want every man, woman, and child to be held to the same standards. And that's how we stop the division of people. But when certain groups of people get favoritism and protection, particularly from the mainstream media, you guys are just creating the own hate that you don't want. I don't hate anybody. I just hate when people lie and don't tell the truth. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Please, if you like this video and found it informative, run them likes up, drop a comment below. Even if you don't agree with me, I want to learn and try to understand your perspective. And please hit that subscribe button. Peace and one love, y'all.